Hey guys, it's Reese from the Reese Corner channel. Welcome back to another episode of FNAF Merch Shop. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about FNAF plushies by Funko. So before I get into this video, I just want to say a big shout out to everyone who saw the YouTube short I made about 2 days ago at the time of this video, 3 days ago. If you saw that video, you would know, not that video, that short, you would know it was actually my 18th birthday. So I just wanted to say a big shout out to everyone who saw that and supported it, because it really means a lot. But yeah, let's get straight into the video. So the first plush we got is a Candy the Cat plush. And yeah, obviously this is part of the Fazbear Fanverse. And you know, it's been a good minute since I've talked about any Fazbear Fanverse merch. The last merch I talked about relating to the Fazbear Fanverse was actually the Hex plushies of Pop Goes and Candy. And those are really good. And so yeah, it's really cool to get back into Fazbear Fanverse merch. But on the topic of Fazbear Fanverse merch, U2's apparently is going to be coming out with a bunch of well, not coming out, but yeah, it will be coming out, but is working on a bunch of really cool U2's merch right now, such as plushies. I think they've mentioned they're going to be making more figures, and just stuff like that. And you know, I always was a big fan of their Fazbear Fanverse figures, because I thought those, because I always thought they were like super high quality and detailed. So the fact they're coming out with more stuff is great. The stuff they've revealed, like they've revealed a Ignited Foxy plush and a Pop Goes like sitting plush and stuff, and I think it looks really good. And yeah, expect me to talk about all that stuff and any other future stuff from U2's way into the Fanverse in the future. But like this one from Funko, it's actually really good. I think this is really nice. I mean, he's got a lot of detail on him. You can definitely tell it's Candy. And again, like, there's just so much effort put into this. And I think a good reason why is because the creator of Fire to Candy's Emil Mako, I'm betting he was like very on point, you know, very on task when Funko was making and designing this plush. Because my chances are he wanted this to come out really good, because this is like some of the, you know, I think, yeah, well, actually, the Fanverse U2's figures came out first, but like, you know, this was like the first plushie, official like FNAF plushie they came out with. So yeah, it was probably very important to him. And yeah, I think it came out great. His color scheme's great. He's got his red bow tie. He's got his little teeth right here, which is cute. And overall, it looks really nice. His head shape's also great. They captured his head shape really well. So yeah, just a really good looking plush. And yeah, so let's move on to the next set of plushies, which is the tie-dye plushies. Now, if you saw my previous episode of FNAF Merch Drop, which is on the Funko figures, you will know that there's such a thing as the FNAF tie-dyes. Basically, what they are is Funko basically takes all the existing FNAF merch and just does some weird stuff like them, like tie-dye them and just sell them again. It's really strange that they do this, and it probably hurts a lot because, you know, they choose to, you know, do stuff like this and not like other stuff that would probably get people more excited and more interested in in their newer stuff. Like, for example, I really want them to go back to their original set of Security Breach plushies and, you know, give them the remake, or just, you know, completely remake them. Because if you saw those in either previous episodes or just in general, those did not turn out that good. And yeah, it's a real shame that they did turn out the way they did, because they're not that good. So I really hope one day they'll go back to those, and of course their action figures, and give them the respect I think they deserve. But other than that, these are just fine. They're mid. I don't find them as unbearable as the figures were, but again, these are just kind of mid. There's not much else to say about them. So yeah, move on to the next plushie we got right here. We got a classic right here. This is the original OG Springtrap plushie from Funko, and I've mentioned this guy before in previous episodes, and you can see why. This guy is like the goofiest looking plush ever. I mean, where do I even begin? His big exaggerated smile, his like big old snout, his like big old eyes, like he just looks so goofy. He looks so goofy and funny, and again, like, this is a character like Springtrap is well known for being like one of the scariest and most popular characters in the series. And he's like one of the main villains. So the fact they turned him into like this really goofy looking plush in real life is just so funny. like this plushie captures nothing of Springtrap's intimidation, his scariness or anything like that. It just makes him look really goofy and funny. But I know this plushie is very like nostalgic to a lot of people, and a lot of people just really like the goofiness of it. And it's easy to see why, because again, like, this is super goofy, especially since it's meant to be a character as like very like serious and creepy as Springtrap. But yeah, like, I still think it's pretty, you know, it's kind of hard to harp on this because it is such a classic to a lot of people. I know a lot of people really like this. But again, like, I think it's just fine. You know, there's definitely like way better ways you can turn Springtrap into a plushie. But again, I think this is fine. And you know, again, I know a lot of people really do like this plush. Again, just on the goofiness. So yeah, it gets a pass from me, I guess. So yeah. Anyways, move on to the next plushie we got. We got some daycare attendant merch. So we got both Sun and Moon as plushies. And here's the thing I've noticed over some time. Funko's made a lot of Sun and Moon merch, I think. They have. And every time they've done it, I've just noticed how like high quality it's been. Like, I've mentioned it before, their action figures of Sun and Moon are no joke some of the best action figures they've ever made. And like, these plushies again are super good, and they clearly put a lot of effort into these. And I just think they must have some, like, I don't know if it's a bias towards these characters or if they just really like them. But Funko, just for some reason, they seem to go all out on the quality factor when it comes to these Sun and Moon merch. And again, like, it kind of sucks because, like, the other Security Breach characters just don't get the best end of the stick. Where Sun and Moon always seem to get the best end of the stick from Funko. So again, this is why I want them to make new merch of the rest of the Glam Rocks and like Vanny and such, because again, I think they deserve high quality merch by Funko just as much as Sun and Moon. So yeah, other than that, again, like, these are still like really good, like super well done. So yeah, not much else to talk about, just super good stuff. And if you're a fan of Daycare Attendant, definitely pick these two up if you can. So yeah, move on to the next plushie. We got a security puppet plush. And this is really cool because it actually comes in the Security Puppets box from Pizza Sim. And that's something that not like any other like puppet related plushie has ever done. Like the original puppet plush from Funko, that didn't come in its box. Neither did Nightmarian, but Nightmarian doesn't have a prize box to come out of. So yeah, like, you don't really see the puppet like come in its box when it comes to like plushies and stuff. So it's cool they did it for Security Puppet. And yeah, I think it looks really well. And I think it just looks really cool. So yeah, I also kind of like the pose this plush is doing, like it's coming out of the box, like to surprise you. It looks pretty cute. And yeah, I think it looks nice. And again, the box just has a lot of like cool detail and like just a cool look to it. So yeah. Anyways, move on to the next plushie we got, keeping with the fan-first theme from earlier with Candy. We got Pop Goes. And again, like, this is what I mean, like, they put so much effort into this. Like, there's clearly been a lot of time and effort and resources have been put into these fanverse merch. Like, I mean, immediately right off the bat, something I got to instantly praise is the vest. Like, the vest is, like, actually, like, a proper vest. Like, it's not something that's been sewn into the costume, no. It's, like, an actual vest that he's wearing. Like, they could have done it like they did Captain Foxy from Help Wanted. And how they did him was they had his vest, like, sewn into the actual plush. So it didn't come off as, like, oh, he's actually wearing, like, actual clothing. But the fact they did it for Pop Goes, again, it looks so good. And again, it's definitely because Kane Carter, the creator and director of Pop Goes and Pop Goes Evergreen, was very on hand with the creation of this plushie and like all the other fanverse merch from like again, Funko, U2s and Hex. So yeah, like, again, like, this came out super great. Again, I really hope Funko keeps with the fanverse, because other than this Pop Goes, the Candy, and a Blake one, they haven't made any other stuff. I do think they have plans to come with some jumbo plushies of like Candy and such, but other than that, there's not much else. I think they might have already come out with that jumbo plushies of Candy, but I can't remember. I might have to look that up after this episode. But yeah. Anyways, move on to the second to final one. We got a Dreadbear plush. So fans of Curse of Dreadbear, here you go. Here he is. And okay, I just want to say this. You could say that this plush suffers from the same issue that the Springtrap plush had, where he comes with this big, goofy smile, but oddly enough, I think it actually helps with this plushie. Like, Dreadbear in general, I think is more of a, much more like, I wouldn't say he's a goofy character, but he definitely is like, he definitely has more of a kind of goofy, over-the-top feel than Springtrap. You know, Springtrap, obviously, you know, he has like a, you can say he's got an over-the-topness to him, where he's like a living corpse in a bunny suit walking around trying to kill you. But like, Dreadbear, he's literally like, he's a Frankenstein Fredbear mashup that can grow to kaiju size. And like, so there's like a lot more of like a goofy, over-the-top aspect to him. And you know what? I think because of that, the plushie having like this big, like, goofy grin, it actually works. And like, again, like, he's got a lot of detail on him. So you know what? I actually think this plushie works. And yeah, I just think it looks really, I think it actually works way better than the Springtrap one. Because again, like, I always felt, I never felt, because again, like, I always didn't think that Dreadbear was more of like, I mean, sure, Dreadbear is a serious character, but like, he's not as like serious and like, I feel as like terrifying as like Springtrap, because there's like that goofy factor to him where he can do all this stuff like grow, like increase his size and stuff. He obviously has more of a cartoony feel, so I feel like this actually works for him. So yeah, other than that, you know, he's got a lot of good detail on him. His head looks really funny and stuff. So yeah, just solid plush. I give it gets a pass for me. So yeah, move on to the final plush of this episode. This is Chocolate Freddy. Now the chocolate wave of plushies and like merch from Funko is really interesting, because technically there are chocolate characters. There's Chocolate Bonnie from FNAF AR, who was a skin for Bonnie. But something that's interesting is that when they came out with Chocolate Bonnie merch, for some reason Funko decided to make like a whole gang of chocolate variants. Like there's a Chocolate Freddy, there's a Chocolate Chica, I think there's also a Chocolate Foxy. Like, they didn't need to do that, and like, these are completely original designs too. Like, these weren't designs that were made by Illumix, the makers of FNAF AR. These are designs made by Funko. You know what? They definitely have the same, they definitely look like they would be FNAF AR skins, since they're, well, based off a FNAF AR skin. And you know what? For mimicking that style, I think they did it really well. Again, I could see like this being a skin in FNAF AR. So if that's what they were going for, then props to you, Funko. And you know what? I think it looks pretty cool. And yeah, I don't have much to say about this. It's another original character, just like the Circus Wave. But again, just like the Circus Wave, there's an odd charm to it that I can't really seem to bear. So yeah, pretty good. I give it the pass. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the playlist for more. And yeah, see ya.